Damn, I guess he did have his limits as far as how you can push him. Holy shit. Well, his story isn't really begun. It's kind of ended now. Well, at least I did get to kill him, like I said.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Wow. So now I'm like really curious. See, you and 24% left 20. Oh, come on. We gave him 100 chances to leave, and he's just like, I don't want to leave. And he just stayed there. What an idiot. 61% swore loyalty to the king, of course. Wow, only 15% took his fingers? We've got a bunch of weak ass rulers on the internet. I'll tell you that right now. They're not fit to rule. Granted, my rule was pretty short, but 34% picked Royland as Sentinel. Yeah, I definitely was not my first pick. In fact, when I said, I think I know who I'm going to pick, it was the other guy. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, we kind of need somebody. The other reason I picked him was because I thought, well, maybe having a strong war guy will, boost morale and all that as well. But yeah. You and 44% met Ramsey in the Great Hall. So most people, just barely, held him off outside, which, in hindsight, probably the better choice. But yeah, I'm really curious, because here was one problem with the Walking Dead series, was a lot of the choices didn't matter that much. Like, the same things would pretty much end up happening no matter what you picked. It would just be a slightly different path as to how it happened. I'm curious how much is different. Does he live if you meet him outside, if you just let him take your sister? If so, that's a pretty big deal, because especially because this is going to be 6 episodes, if they really make you make big choices that have really big effects, that can carry over. So, let's say you have just even between A and B, A result and B result, and you've got to factor that in to episode 2, and you've got to factor that all the way through. Not only that, if there's another decision on branch A that's major, so now you have A1 and A2, and then branch B is B1 and B2, and that has to carry over to the next episode. So it can get exponentially more complicated trying to plan around all the possible choices. That's why I'm wondering how much a difference it really made. Maybe if you don't pick this on episode 2, he ends up getting poisoned and dies. Who knows? Or maybe if you met Ramsey outside, then you didn't die, or maybe you took an arrow to the face or something. I don't know. But anyway, let's hit continue here. Anything else pops up, or is it just okay, just the credits? I really liked it. It was definitely a little bit of a slow start, but I'm okay with that because it's Game of Thrones, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm playing Game of Thrones, so I was pretty much okay with it. But once we started to get to the point where you had to start making once you get to the part where you're talking to Cersei and having to pick choices quickly, I like that. It was very stressful and you had to think fast, but I like that because in a real situation you wouldn't have 5 minutes to sit there and weigh all your options in that predicament. So that's when the choices started to get really, really interesting. The characters so far are all right. I didn't really like the leader kid, though. Once I kind of took him over and made him start doing stuff like he was supposed to, it was getting better. But yeah, I can't believe they actually killed him right off. I kind of want to cheat. Part of me kind of wants to have multiple save files and go through and do it multiple times and see what can happen. But realistically, what's probably going to happen is I'll just look it up online and read it on a GameFAQs or watch a video or something else. But yeah, wow. that was pretty ballsy. But then again, it's Game of Thrones we're talking about. We kill people all the time. But yeah, that issue with Ramsay, I knew was going to be very, very fickle. Like, I didn't want him to push too far, but at the same time, I couldn't just let him just run amok. Like, I couldn't just let him run amok, but at the same time, I thought, you know, I can't just let him take whatever he wants either, because then we'll be seen as weak. And that worked, I think, until the very end with his sister. And then he was like, all right, enough of that. So yeah, that was probably the one quote unquote mistake. And then again, you know, who knows? It might not have turned out that way anyway. No matter what, you could have died. Who knows? That's what I'm going to be curious of. Hopefully not. Hopefully it actually, the choices do make a pretty big difference. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this first episode. I'm absolutely looking forward to future episodes and seeing how our choices carry over. I like that for most choices, we actually didn't pick what most people did. I like that. Oh, what is this? Is that like the kid? Is he dead? Or with the person in black? Maybe that's somebody we haven't met yet. I don't know. But yeah, I like the choices do seem to have a big effect, at least so far. But yeah, it's really fun. Voice acting is great. Story's been really interesting so far. I'm definitely looking forward to episode 2. So thank you guys for watching. As always, leave comments. Let me know what you thought of this series, I guess so far, I should say. Like my videos if you like them. It does help me out a lot. And I'll see you next time.